Caller, good morning. I lost it. Call me back. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to my good friend, Dominic. Bruce, I like the, because I like what you put on your foot there this morning. I love it, because sometimes they feed this program, they could call in and say what they want because they are supporting a political party, and they know they will bring the station and the program to the support. Dominic, are you there? Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not know if you have a device in front of you where you could go up on the on the Express. Yeah, on the Express online, right? And there's a journalist right now out there at Shoguna's Health Center interviewing a man, and I'm very frightened. I'm very concerned what I hear from that interview, that they only be given 25 vaccine this morning and 25 vaccine this evening. So that is 50 people they would vaccinate today alone in Shoguna's Health Center. Yesterday it was 100. How it we jump from 100 now to 50? So can you go on, I don't know if you have a device or you want, Bruce Lane, pull up Trinidad Express, and you will see the interview, what took place about 10 minutes ago in Shoguna's Day. So I am concerned about that. I am saying that I am happy to see the people of this country so hungry for the vaccine, because they understand that the only how that we could get back our jobs is to be vaccinated. They understand that the only how we could go back to the park and to the beach is to be vaccinated. I just hope that the government have enough vaccine. This will be our concern in the next few days to come, because the boats that they have vaccine from here, China, Mexico, all over. We are asking that if the government is really have enough to vaccinate all our population in this country, because we are seeing that the population are very hungry for the vaccine. So Dominic, can you confirm what I'm saying here on the Express online, please? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, Bruce, let me just on there, right? 100,000 Sinopharm vaccines came in. That means we can inoculate 50,000 people, right?
All right.
Unless, in anticipation of the doses that are supposed to be coming in, I think today, whereby the government can then say, well, the 100,000 doses, we can give one shot to 100,000 persons, because we will, from the incoming batches, we will now have to give the second dose to these persons. Now, the wait time for Sinopharm, second dose, I believe the minister said, is 3 to 4 weeks. It's a shorter wait time than the AstraZeneca, which is about 8 to 12 weeks, right? So you need to make sure that you have extra vaccines on hand in a shorter period of time, about a month, in order to vaccinate those persons who are going to be vaccinated this week. So based on what I recall, it's 100,000 Sinopharm vaccines, and also to, I believe what is taking place is that persons who would have initially been vaccinated, they are also administering doses, second dose, to those persons, to the original 60,000 or so who would have gotten the first dose. So all of that is taking place simultaneously. We would have gotten 10,000 doses from, I think, Grenada. Then there would have been the 16,000 doses from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We would have gotten 8,000 doses, I believe, from Bermuda. So that is what we have now. So you all could just simply do the calculations. But somebody, Prime Minister had said, remember the 180,000 that he had mentioned, and he made the mistake with the 140, and the UNC took him to task, and that he can't count and whatnot and stuff, maths and all of that.
Yeah.
100,000 Sinopharm, 16,000, 10,000, 8,000, do the math. We don't have any one jab in the country yet, which is the Johnson & Johnson that we expected to get in August.
Right.
So by that simple mathematics, people could do some calculations and realize, hey, there aren't enough vaccines in the country right now to vaccinate everybody. right? So we're looking at about 50, 60,000 persons. To the question that Kingsley asked, how it could be 100 yesterday and 50 today, notwithstanding the crowds that we saw yesterday, persons were vaccinated. There's a limited supply of vaccines as of now.
But Dominic, also as well, somebody else from who went to another health center this morning said the same thing. So apparently this now is to control the crowd.
Yes.
Basically, this is what is happening. This is to control the crowd. Because remember, we don't want this thing to spike again. I have a call on the line here. Caller, good morning.
Mr. Pierre, morning, fellas.
Hey, morning, my brother, morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
I want to say, Dominic, man. I want to say this morning, some people in the media is making kuchar in this country. Yeah? You understand? The government make a call. They say, come out for your vaccine. 60 years and over, and people with the chronic disease and all of that. All kind of young people in the line. The express will go interview them and ask them if they have chronic disease, if you're over 60. But first thing on somebody, the news and media is proud, and the government, like, they know what they're doing, and that's the narrative they're pushing in Parliament. And I want to tell Mr. Bissetta, you're the last one to call for anybody to resign. It's not Mr. Diaz's fault that people some of them behave like animals yesterday, or they're sticking up on one another. When I watch my booth, I just tell people stand outside from me, Yeah. I just take my arms and take people from me, You understand? It's not Mr. Diaz's fault that people behave like that. So, Mr. Bissetta, you're the last one to tell anybody about resigning. Because I don't think Mr. Diaz did anything wrong to take his resignation. A man who has been working day in, day out to try to get this pandemic out of control, in control, right? So, just take all the time, and the people in the media, let's stop looking for bacchanal in this country, right? All they will say is the people who have behaved very indisciplined yesterday. All they will come out and say that. But all they can say what all they want. Mr. Diaz is doing a good job. Dr. Wally is doing a good job. People all they keep social distancing, washing all their hands, and be doing the correct thing and listening. All they are locked on and listening. Good program again, fellas. Thank you.
Yeah, man, thanks. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Dominic, Sharon, Felix, loyal listeners and callers, all on the live. Bruce, you see these callers and them who trying to come on the station and then make a statement and saying it's not the view of the station, but give them a warning, eh? Give them a warning. Don't let the station get no warning. Thank you very much. And listen to this one now. You see the Minister of Health have to come out and say, is this amount of vaccine for each day? Right now, if you was showing you. For it to be saying 100 and 200 in the thing and 400 and 500 people lining up, that is not the procedure. So get your act together. And another thing you have to pull out forms, it should have hundreds of forms outside there right now, under a tent, in all these health centers, for people to follow out by the time, so that when they reach inside, the only thing to do might be just to check your blood pressure and take the vaccine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. So, guys, remember we will be going to a paid segment at 8:15, and that's the Scrap Iron Association. Right, so the program itself will stop at that point. Right, so we continue to take your calls. We're going to pay some bills in just a little bit as well. So,
yeah, but I just want to say this, the government shouldn't have to read and spell for everybody, because the same media platforms that are available to you, to me, to Sharon, and everybody else, so the information is available to everybody else.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have access to a television, they have their newspapers, their radio. Right, everybody who's listening to us here, and we disseminate the information.
Yeah.
And it's on the news every night that vaccines were given to the Manufacturers Association and so on to facilitate supermarket workers, to facilitate construction workers and so on, to get the construction workers and so on back out there. So if people would just listen and hear, well, we have this amount of vaccines. It was said at the press conference on Saturday, this amount would be given to whoever and this amount would be given. People should understand the numbers are out there.
So, guys, caller, good morning. We have about a minute.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
You know what's so
Morning.
distasteful and disgusting? is that the same opposition who is sabotaging every effort, calling on people to account for the lines and all these other things. I can easily tell you, because of the pressure from day one, this government has to be organizing when they didn't know how to get any vaccines yet, when the opposition was putting misinformation and we had doctors talking about they could get vaccine. All these other nonsense was being peddled into the public domain. Yes, it is an error, but I can live with that because I understand what the issue is internationally and what the government has been going through, because they have been telling us along the way how things is going on and how it's going to be rolled out. So once they fix the issue for me, I'm good. But don't come and tell me this at a nonsense, because the same thing. See what you want on this station itself telling us that he ain't taking no Chinese vaccine. And I was very angry at that, because I was calling the station to tell them, you can't have the fella doing something like that, man. You cannot be sabotaging the program, the vaccine road program like that, and all Chinese thing and all kind of nonsense. As if the sneakers he wearing on his stuff is not made in China. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for calls right now. So we're getting ready to pay some bills. When we come back from that, we just have a couple minutes. So I have our housekeeping to do. So we'll be right back, folks. Keep it locked.
We don't want no trouble. I come here to bubble. We don't want no trouble. I just want to bubble on the wrong, bubble on the wrong, bubble on the wrong, bubble on the wrong, bubble on a bubble on a bubble on a bubble in. KMC.
Yes,
tonight is education. And we come here to teach people.
Yes, of course.
You see this next song I'm going to sing, I'm singing here right now. When I wrote this song, I just get into the boat ride business.
Okay.
And all how I try to sell boat ride they're selling at all. People ain't booking. They only want to book on Checha Green. They ain't booking on me at all.
Yeah.
And one morning I wake up and I say my prayers. And the good Lord spoke to me that morning.
What you tell you?
He said, you need to promote your boat ride by singing a song about boat ride.
Yeah.
And when I wake up, I sat here in this vibe around me. And I hear people on the boat singing, play the tune, play the tune, play the tune, play the tune, play the tune.
What? What was that?
I just want to bubble up. We don't want no trouble.
Bubble up.
I come here to bubble.
Bubble up.
Me don't want no trouble.
Bubble up.
I just want to bubble on the ground.
Hey.
Bubble on the wrong.
Hey.
Bubble on the ground.
Hey.
Bubble on the wrong.
Hey.
Bubble on a bubble on a bubble on a bubble.
Sing.
Sing. Everybody in the world wants to know. After the carnival, what a soca artists do.
What did I do?
To make money, to mind their family. They keep asking me. Tell them, I say, Marshall, sell it raw.
I was selling boat ride.
Say, Marshall, sell it raw.
I was selling boat ride.
Bunty darling selling clothes.
I was selling boat
I
ride.
am saucy selling food.
I was selling boat ride.
So it's Marshall rum and I was on boat.
Hey.
Saucy food and I was on boat.
What?
Let it back, you go down, the wrong. Oh, don't go down. I just want to bubble.
Bubble up.
We don't want no trouble.
Bubble up.
I come here to bubble.
Bubble up.
I don't need no trouble.
Bubble up.
I just want to bubble on the wrong.
Hey.
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 Bubble on the bubble on the bubble on the bubble. Carnival, what a soca artist does do.
What I do? What I do?
To make the change, the paper, them bends and them rings.
Oh, gosh.
They keep asking me. Tell them, I say, Marshall, tell it wrong.
I was selling boat ride.
Say, Marshall, tell it wrong.
I was selling boat ride.
Yes, you're buying land with deed.
I was selling boat
I
ride.
hear the prophet selling. So it's Marshall rum and I went on board. So I say food and I went on board. They go down the wrong and say, I just want to...
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. Pennywise, more to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love. For some, today is just another routine 24 hours. To others, today is first page in tomorrow's story. It's the audition for tomorrow's performance. It's the spark that ignites tomorrow's change. The perseverance for tomorrow's breakthrough. The first like of tomorrow's big hit. Never take your today for granted. When life is on, those who truly believe in the power of today can become anything tomorrow.
Be mobile. Just be.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gonna be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective, from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of 9th June 2021 stands at new positive cases 454. Total active cases 9,869. Total recovered patients 17,048. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 27,533. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Live within your means. This is one that you've likely heard time and time again, and for good reason, because of how important it is and the significance it can have on your retirement plan. If you want to avoid taking on debt, going broke, and pushing back your chances of retiring at a reasonable age, then it is in your best interest to make sure that your overall spending is less than what you are earning to make sure you are not jeopardizing your financial future. It's always easier said than done, but it's also much easier to practice when you stick to your values and don't worry about how others are spending their money. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
So just a bit of housekeeping for you. What is convenience paying your Digicel bill with your debit card on My Digicel app? Now you can make your Digicel Plus and mobile bill payments on the My Digicel app with your Scotiabank, Republic Bank, RBC, or First Citizen Bank Visa debit card. No need to use a credit card. We make it easy to use your debit card to pay your bill, top up, or purchase a plan. Download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will be open on a limited basis to continue to provide essential eye care services to you. Our services are currently limited to emergency and critical eye care only, and we will require you to make an appointment at this time. Please call us at 4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Attention HDC clients, if you make monthly payments directly to HDC, you are reminded that you can make payments at any SurePay payment center located at select Massey stores. Do a wire transfer to Republic Bank account number 1502281730001 or deposit a check in the box located at HDC head office. For more information, visit us on Facebook, Instagram, or our website at www.hdc.gov.tt. Lockdown with your loved ones. Stay safe with easy ways to connect with B-Mobile. Our customer experience store at Lowlands, Scarborough, Payment Center and channel partner locations are open to better serve you. For a complete listing of all our stores and their opening hours, visit bmobile.co.tt. Be assured that we maintain all recommended health and safety protocols at our stores. We are doing everything to help keep our customers and employees safe. We've also made it easier for you to stay at home and still connect with us. Use Be Online, the My Be Mobile app, or call 824-TSTT to pay your bills and more. Together, let's be safe and be connected with Be Mobile. Life is on. Johnny Q for all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies. Gravel and sand now available. Don't forget PowerMaster, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. Starting from $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15R Peter Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new location, Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 632s. Get ready to breakfast set go with Milo. Purchase $40 in Milo powder and win a laptop and $10,000 cash. Plus win up to $3,000 weekly and so much more. See Press and Milo Caribbean on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Yes, it's true, Pennywise, just for you, so real, get that perfect smile. Beauty is in every aisle. To take care of your body, we have all you need to stay healthy. Pennywise, yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you. Pennywise gives you more to love. And international cricket superstars Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Lindell Simmons, and Riyad Emrit, even Raymond Ramnarine and Ravi B has all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. So live long and stay strong with Omega XL. Yes, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have probably about 5 more minutes or so, I guess.
Yes.
Yes. So.
Yeah. You know, I just wanted to remark on, again, the contribution from the member for Oropuch East, Rudal Munila. Clown on steroids. Morning, Angie. You know, this spirited defense that he put up in the parliament yesterday talking about the vaccine. But the very same vaccines that you're trying to talk about yesterday and to appeal for is the same vaccines that you poured cold water on just about a month ago when you sort of cast aspersions on it and talking about Trinidad and Tobago citizens shouldn't be used as guinea pigs, calling and resulting in the Chinese ambassador having to release what I would consider to be a veiled scolding for your foolish statement. So he should have been happy about yesterday because it means that if the vaccines couldn't be administered, people couldn't be used as guinea pigs. He has never made an apology for that absolutely dotish statement that he made. But instead, he wanted to stand up in Parliament Comedy Fest. Apparently, it was yesterday was amateur night at the Apollo. Idiot. Bruce, I tell you, I can't stand this man. No. I can't stand him. And he's so disrespectful. On Monday, when they had the Standing Finance Committee meeting, right? I would have told you about Mr. Hines having issues with his camera. Well, his internet service, so he turned off the camera. And Munilal comes on and he starts to make an issue about Hines' camera being off because they were told, all of them were told that they would need to be on camera, and so they would have taken the time to dress properly and so on, even though that they are home. And then he goes on to say, well, not that we care to see the face of the Minister of National Security or that of the Leader of Government Business. The Leader of Government Business is Mrs. Regis. How's she getting that? What she have to do with that? but you're so nasty and disrespectful. But you have issues when people say things about your misleader, Kamla Prasad Bisesa. You can take one call or so before we go?
Hopefully, if it's a quick call, because the countdown doesn't start. You know, when I say quick call, what does that mean? We'll take a quick one. Let's see. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce.
Good morning.
Hey, I know here Dominic. See if you're going to get one call before we go. Hey, I lucky, right? Hey, Dominic, what is? Yeah.
Morning.
Bruce, we having a problem in Grandy. You know the health minister say A to E, right?
Mm.
You know like the same amount of people come out all from Manzalina and be crowded by the health center?
Oh, boy.
Eh? What happened? This is a plan by the opposition? All from Manzalina Beach crowded by the health center like yesterday. And the man said A to E and 60 and over, right? And that 150 they give in a day. What all them people doing out there?
Well, the police needs to come in and disperse everybody.
Well, the police out there?
Very nice.
Bruce, and let me, I hear Dominic was saying something about the economic recovery, right?
Yep.
I hear this guy last night on the panel, George, right? Martin George from Tobago. You know, I live to see to hear them begging for Sanders to come back to Tobago. Them for the real jokers in this country, you know. Yeah, as nobody says, Bruce, only Grandy people supposed to get a vaccine in Grandy to save that, all right?
Well,
okay, well, have a good day, man.
Yeah, man. So, Dominic, I guess that's all the time we have for today. So, you'll be on Sunday, right?
Yes, I'll continue the discussion on Sunday.
Very nice. So, guys, we are looking to make our exit here. We have a paid segment coming up here from Scrap Iron Association. So, keep it locked, guys. And as we say, Dominic, ciao.
Ciao.
Wonderful news for the scrap iron industry of Trinidad and Tobago, and today I'm going to tell you all about it in this special episode of TTC's Scrap News. I'm Willetta Wilson, inviting you to stay with us for the next few minutes as we tell you all about it. Welcome back. The Kairos Investment MF Group has expressed its interest in doing business with Trinidad and Tobago in collaboration with TTCEDA. Our president, Mr. Alan Ferguson, recently received correspondence from the company's chief financial officer, Fabio Arcila. Kairos Investment Group is headquartered in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. It has over 25 years of experience in the scrap industry. We hear more in this next video.
With 25 years experience in the scrap industry, Kairos Investment MF Group boasts of being a leading company that creates the finest values for its customers, suppliers, employees, and the national economy by actively and creatively responding to customers' needs with optimal solutions. Having a highly qualified human resource and cutting-edge technology, the Kairos Investment Group seeks to provide high-quality services and products that allow it to offer added value to customers. The Kairos Investment Group's infrastructure line is focused on commercialization, iron and steel products, as well as providing products for the development of infrastructure and vertical and horizontal construction, such as metal cable products, beams, cement, and electro-welded mesh line. It trades with steel companies in Europe, Asia, and America with international specification, HMS1, HMS2, and standard used rails R50 to R65. The Kairos Investment Group also has crude oil and oil products. This line operates as a fully integrated international merchant of petroleum products with globally located affiliated refineries. Kairos Investment Group strives to meet local demands of energy products in the countries it delivers services to and is focused on the trade and supply of crude oil and other oil products. Its coal line is involved in production and has long-term supply contracts with mining companies in the US, Canada, Indonesia, Australia, South Africa, Colombia, and Russia. With such a diverse supply base, the company can meet a wide range of customer requirements in terms of specific origins and grades. The Kairos Investment Group has extensive experience in the construction of multi-family housing solutions, which is reflected in more than 30,000 M2 of housing solutions built by the company. The company can also develop and execute road projects for roads and rail modes using the vast experience of its partners in the engineering fields.
I'm joined on set by the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association President, Mr. Alan Ferguson. Welcome, Mr. Ferguson. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here today.
We are aware that TTC has been working on a few mega projects. Can you give us any update as to the status of these projects?
Yes, well, what I could tell Trinidad and Tobago in reference to the project that we embark in is that we was so fortunate to able to put a good team together, and this team have been working for the last year putting these projects together. So first I want to thank the team that I have that's working with me. And then, you know, you can't miss out God, because you must thank God for everything that you're doing, because God is the one that put everything together. So I want to also thank my God, because it's very important, and my team. What we could say is that we reach 99% with the projects and them that we're doing. And I could say to Trinidad and Tobago, we as an organization, the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Association, we is working hard to change this industry in such a way that outside of Trinidad and Tobago, like Singapore and India and all these places, the scrap iron industry is very important for the country. And this is where we want to take this industry and let the government know that this industry is a very, very important industry, and that's the aim we are going at.
Okay. When were you contacted by the Kairos Investment Group?
Well, we was contacted over more than 3 months ago, but we were still trying to work with other investment companies also too. We had about 3 investment companies. I think Cairo Investment Company had pushed out the 2 other companies, because I think what they was offering us and how they was communicating with them, I think Cairo Investment Company, you know that is a large investment company, and I think they mean a lot for Trinidad and Tobago and the scrap iron industry. So that is why we was to choose them as the investor for this project that we embark in.
So can you tell the public how important this project is to the country?
Well, all right. This project and what we embark in is so important for first in our industry, and then the country in large, and the Caribbean, because as I say, what we're going to do is a revelation in the scrap industry, because it's going to produce a lot of jobs in this time now where the COVID is mashing up a lot of industry and a lot of people cannot work. But what we're going to do as an industry is that a lot of people will get work, a lot of foreign exchange will come into Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of things will take place in reference to our industry. Will take place that really Trinidad and Tobago will see something that they really will appreciate.
Okay. What value will the Kairos Investment Group particularly add to these projects?
Well, I think they will, in this program, I think they will explain what they will bring to the table for us. I mean, there's a large investment company, and they're willing to work with us. Whatever necessary need to be done for these projects, they're willing to work with us to make sure that all these projects get off and get in a strong way, because I know anybody doing investment will want to make money, so they will want to make sure that everything is okay, and that is why it is very important that they come to Trinidad and see and talk to some of the stakeholders with us and see how fast the project could start up. We was willing to start up the project in the end of June, but the way how it's going, we might probably have to wait till the middle of next month. But as we go along, we will see, because you know, these days with the state of emergency and all different things, a lot of things is happening, and we have to be careful how we go along with certain things.
We will now share with you a message from Fabio Arcila of Kairos Investments.
Good morning to all. I would like to express my gratitude to Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, as well as the President of Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, Mr. Alan Ferguson, for this invitation. My name is Fabio Arcila, and I am the Chief Financial Officer and Managing Director of Kairos Investment MF Group, a North American corporation, part of a holding company with more than 20 years of experience. Our industry experience focuses on commodity trading and extending scrap iron, construction raw materials, minerals, and project investing, including this scrap iron opportunity. We understand that the pandemic scenario has had a significant impact on the global economy. Nonetheless, we firmly believe that investing in green enterprises and sustainable projects is the best way to establish long-term economic growth while remaining socially and environmentally responsible. As a result, we would like to reassure our interest in investing in scrap iron projects in Trinidad, as we have been around there several times, and each visit presents a fresh opportunity to start a new project. We truly believe TTC is an excellent partner, and we will carry outstanding initiatives alongside them. This collaboration will not only bring foreign investment to Trinidad, but will also create jobs and social development. All of these projects involve scrap metal recycling, resulting in a better and cleaner environment for the country, as well as stronger business partnerships among all parties involved. Furthermore, we are pleased to announce that this scrap iron project has also caught the interest of one of our affiliates in Latin America, Jardao Corsa. We will travel to Trinidad with them to start operations. We are currently just waiting for entry permits in order to schedule the trip and begin activities. We recognize that we are facing a challenging road ahead of us, but we also know that with TTC as a partner, we can be confident in our ability as a partnership to achieve all of our goals. Thank you again for this opportunity and for your time, and have a wonderful day.
Now, Jardao Corsa, one of the main long steel producers in Mexico, has also expressed interest in coming to Trinidad and Tobago alongside the Kairos MF Group. Jardao Corsa has 120 years of experience in the steel industry and is present in 10 countries. The company is one of the main suppliers of long steel in Latin America and one of the largest producers of specialty steel in the world. Let us hear more.
We are very proud to be one of the main Brazilian companies and one of the world's largest steel producers. With a legacy of 120 years and operations in 10 countries, our history was written and is being written by thousands of protagonists. Today, we look to the future seeking new opportunities This is only possible thanks to the thousands of people who were co-creators of our past. When Jules Gerdau founded the Pontas de Paris nail factory in 1901, he started a successful business trajectory. This entrepreneurial flame, which is the basis of our history, remains alive in our culture. In 1948, we arrive at a special chapter in Gerdau's history. The beginning of our steelmaking operations with the Rio Grandense Steelworks in Porto Alegre. Under the leadership of Kurt Johann Peter, the foundations of our corporate culture were set in place. In the mid-1960s, brothers Germano, Jorge, Federico, and Klaus joined the operation to help their father lead the companies of the Gerdau Group. At that time, the Gerdau Foundation was established, placing even more focus on the culture of social responsibility that has always been part of our DNA. Initially, investments were aimed at health, housing, education, and social assistance. Through the 1960s, Gerdau grew beyond southern Brazil borders and reached Pernambuco. In the decade that followed, we began construction of the Consiga Mill in Rio de Janeiro and inaugurated the first branch of commercial Gerdau in Sao Paulo. In the 1980s, Gerdau expanded its footprint outside of Brazil with the purchase of Laísa Steelworks in Uruguay. A few years later, the Gerdau Johann Peter brothers took over the leadership of the company with a commitment to transform Gerdau into a Brazilian multinational organization. At that time, we won the auction for the privatization of the Barão de Cocais plant in Minas. And we started operating in North America. We advanced into the 90s looking to expand. With the acquisition of the Piracini Steelworks, we entered the special steels market. We launched GG50, the first rebar with a brand and quality guarantee. We also arrived in Argentina and partnered with Açominas, which is our current Ouro Branco plant. We turned the century with many new developments. Our shares were listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We expanded our operations to Colombia and the United States. And we joined the select group of century-old companies. In 2005, the Gerdau Institute was established with the mission of coordinating our social policies and guidelines. In 2006, we arrived in Peru and built one of the most modern rebar plants in Brazil. With the creation of the executive committee, André Gerdau Johann Peter took over as CEO, and Claudio Johann Peter became Chief Operating Officer, making them the fifth family generation to serve the company as part of executive management. We continued to advance abroad, arriving in Mexico and the Caribbean. And in Brazil, we started our own iron ore production to supply the Ouro Branco plant in Minas Gerais. In 2013, we entered a new market segment with the production of flat steel with thick plates. Our cultural transformation began in 2014. We revised our structure and the way we operate to become a more agile and less hierarchical company. 2018 was a year of many changes for Gerdau. Gustavo Werneck took office as the first executive president from outside of the Gerdau Johann Peter family. We launched our purpose, empowering people who build the future. We We also completed the sales of 7 billion reais in assets. As a result, we could focus on more profitable operations and plan our future. 2020 marked the arrival of another member of the 5th generation to chair Gerdau's board of directors. Guilherme Gerdau Johann Peter became the youngest executive to occupy this position. Our deep roots are the foundation of a prosperous tree whose strength is in its fruits. Gerdau, shaping the future for 120 years.
It is indeed a very exciting time for the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association. Mr. Ferguson, can you tell us how do you feel about a large corporation like Goodor Corsa coming to our shores, and how will it benefit our country?
First to begin, as the president of the association, this is something that we're waiting for years. And do you know that Metal in the steel industry, they were closed down some years well. And our industry used to supply them with a lot of steel.
Yeah.
And because they closed they would have closed down, we would have to turn to a lot of middlemen to be able to sell our scrap. And based on this, steel mill is coming to Trinidad to purchase scrap directly from us. This is something big for our industry. I am so happy, I am so pleased that we was able to bring them, to allow them to come to Trinidad and sign off on something very important with that large steel mill. And if you know, they, out of all the steel mills in the world, is up to number 10. They rated in the 10 best, biggest mill in the world. So a country like ours, doing business with a company like that, I could never be more thankful for the connection, and thank for all the people all over the world that will make this thing happen. I want to thank a lot of people from different countries all over the world assisting our organization in trying to put this thing together. And I cannot be more happy today than what is taking place.
So the COVID-19 pandemic, it affected the world, in many different ways. How has it affected your industry in particular and your members?
Well, based on what's taking place with the state of emergency and the curfew, a lot of our members have to close our doors because of all different reasons. But what I could say is that we know there's a ice cream in front of us, and we know that as soon as we meet the ice cream, things will get back good. So all we could do is just keep our faith. I could tell them, keep the faith is on, and things is coming better in this industry soon. I know that all the industries in Trinidad and Tobago is feeling it, and we is not exempt from all this sort of problem that taking place. But what we could say, there's some ice cream ahead of us, and as long as we reach the ice cream, we will start to eat the ice cream, because the ice cream have a big cone.
So with the arrival of these two companies, I expect you're saying you're going to see a turnaround for the industry.
For sure. And that is my aim as the president, to make this industry, because some people don't take on this industry as a serious industry. But we trying to change the image of this industry, and as you know, all over the world, the scrap and the recycling industry is one of a major industry in all over the world. And you could talk about Singapore, we could talk about India, we could talk about China. These industries are very important for them in these countries. And what I, as the president, because of the connections we have all over the world, we are trying to change the image of this industry. It's taken a little while for people to understand what we bring on the table as an industry. And because of because of the people who work in an industry, it's taken us a little longer time for people to understand that this industry is an important industry. But what we could say, as soon something will come just now and they will get the understanding in it.
We will now share with you a video from Gerda Okosa explaining the steel-making processes.
Quality you can trust. Your customers demand nothing less. Reliability not found anywhere else. A steady supply is the lifeblood of your business. A legacy built on consistency you can count on day in and day out. At Gerdau, we pride ourselves on the exceptional quality and reliable strength of our steel. Through consistent manufacturing processes, driven teams that provide quality and reliable products, and reinvestment in our business through technology and innovation, we provide customers with solid foundations for their demanding steel parts. From the most critical automotive applications, commercial vehicle parts, construction and agricultural equipment components, to the durability expected for energy manufacturing and the reliable support for distribution industries. Gerdau Steel is the strength behind your brand. That strength is our process, our people, and our technology. Our process begins with scrap steel, which has been selected and sorted to meet our customers' requirements and to maximize the efficiency of the melting process. The scrap metal is charged into the electric arc furnace, where high-powered energy is delivered through electrodes that are aided by oxy-fuel burners that quickly bring the scrap to molten temperature. Here, the liquid steel is refined with bulk alloy additions that are stirred into the steel bath using the activity caused from the chemical reactions of the melting process. The liquid steel is then tapped into a ladle and covered with an engineered synthetic slag to prevent oxidation. At the ladle refining station, further alloy additions are made to bring the steel chemistry close to customer specification for alloy content and DI requirements. Argon stirring occurs throughout the process to ensure homogenization of the alloys and to facilitate the absorption of non-metallic inclusions into the synthetic fluxes. The final process in refining is to apply vacuum pressure to the liquid steel at the vacuum degassing station. The vacuum aids in the diffusion of undesirable hydrogen and nitrogen gases into the fluxes. The final trim alloy additions are made here to achieve the optimal chemistry for the customer application. The liquid steel is now ready for solidification, which occurs in the casting process. The ladle is delivered to either the continuous rotary caster or strand caster, where the steel is converted into solid billets and blooms. At the rotary continuous caster, a ceramic shroud is installed at the bottom of the ladle to feed the liquid steel into the specially designed tun dish, preventing exposure to oxygen and allowing time for the flotation of non-metallic inclusions into the fluxes. The tun dish feeds the liquid steel to the rotating caster molds through a pouring reel. The centrifugal force of the rotating mold forces the steel to the caster mold wall for instant solidification of the billet surface. Stopper rods installed at the bottom of the tun dish automatically control the flow of steel in the caster mold. This eliminates fluctuation of the mold level and ensures consistent quality. The solidifying billet continues rotating as it passes through the water spray zones, allowing for even cooling of the billet, giving the billet uniform properties from center to edge with minimal distortion. Once the bars are at the required length, the hot saws cut the billet and the tilting mechanism delivers the billet to the next process. Gerdau strand casting begins as liquid steel enters the tun dish through a fully submerged ceramic shroud, protected by argon gas to prevent oxidation. A A specially engineered slag detection process prevents any carryover of slag from the ladle into the tun dish. The tun dish is engineered to prevent contaminants from entering the strand casting mold. Gamma radiation detection is utilized to continuously monitor mold level and automatically make adjustments. Electromagnetic stirring occurs just below the mold, which creates a uniform heat transfer, resulting in a billet leaving the mold ready to be cooled through the controlled water spray zones. The solidified billet from our rotary or strand caster is now ready for rolling at one of Gerdau's bar mills. Billets then enter the walking beam reheat furnace to reach the ideal rolling temperature. Descaling of the billet surface occurs as it exits the furnace and prior to rolling. Gerdau's special steel rolling mills produce bars from 5/8 of an inch to 6 inches in diameter. Each of Gerdau's bar mills are equipped with precision rolling stands to produce tight size tolerances, uniform weight, and a concentric round surface. Bar length is controlled through the use of hot abrasive or carbide tipped saws. Automatic chamfering is available on large diameter bars. The hot rolled bars are then tightly bundled for shipment to the customer or further on-site value-added processing. Inline bar straightening, surface, and ultrasonic internal inspection is available at all Gerdau SBQ mills, ensuring stringent customer specifications are met. Other on-site finishing solutions include thermal treating with a complete range of in-house normalizing, annealing, and customized treating processes. Gerdau's SBQ mills are equipped to produce MAC Plus cold finish bars, which are turned and polished to a bright and smooth finish, fit for cold or warm forming and other critical applications that need precise weight control, close dimensions, and enhanced machinability. Another in-house solution is MAC Prime, precise first operation blanks, which are cut on high-speed equipment with additional processes, such as automatic inspection of all dimensions, end chamfering, face and centering, straightening, and special packaging. Gerdau's Huntington location produces quench and tempered full-length bars. The proprietary process individually induction heats, water spray quenches, and induction tempers each bar, providing uniform structure from front to end and from bar to bar, allowing for straight, stress-free, quench and tempered bars without straightening. In addition, Huntington features a unique process for manufacturing machine-ready automotive components that require critical surface, length, dimensional, and mechanical properties. We are constantly modernizing and expanding our facilities to stay ahead of our customers' needs, so we are ready to support their next big innovation. With the quality, reliability, and consistency they have come to expect from Gerdau. Our precision, efficiency, and consistency will save you time and money while providing your customers with a stronger, more reliable end product. Our unique and meticulous manufacturing processes and time-tested steel products have become and always will be the strength behind your brand.
And that was some very interesting information. Mr. Ferguson, can you tell us how soon will these companies be coming to Trinidad and Tobago?
What I could say, the investment company and the steel mill, the people is about 3 from different companies. We had write the Prime Minister asking him for some assistance and exemption for these people to come to Trinidad. We did it about 3 weeks ago. We didn't get no response, but we know the Prime Minister is busy. So we taking that in consideration, that we know that because of what's taking place with the virus, we know that the Prime Minister is busy. But otherwise, if these people don't come to Trinidad, for us to make sure and put things together, this is where we could run into a serious problem with our projects. Mm-hmm. So we just want the government to know that these investment and steel company that come into Trinidad, we really want them to see what they could assist us in and giving us indemnification for these people to come to Trinidad, because it's very important for our industry, not just our industry, but for Trinidad also, because I think a lot, based on what we're going to do with our projects, it will benefit Trinidad a lot of foreign exchange, where the project is concerned.
Is there any other message you'd like to send to the authorities?
Well, what I could say to the Prime Minister also. I know, Mr. Prime Minister, you're busy and you're trying to make things better for Trinidad and Tobago. We also, as an industry, is trying to also make it better too for people who need work, because the amount of persons is calling us all, people is calling us all the time in reference to this project to start. I think Trinidad will benefit plenty from this project. So I am asking you, please, Mr. Prime Minister, please take a little time off to take a look at our letter that we sent to you in reference to indemnification from these people that come into Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you for chatting with us, Mr. Ferguson. We hope that this project can come off ground really soon.
I want to thank you also for hosting me here, and I want to appreciate it, and I thank Trinidad and Tobago for all that assistance that we have been getting for the last months based on our project that we're doing.
Well, there you have it, friends. The future of the scrap iron industry definitely looks promising with the intervention of the Kairos Investment Group as well as Jurdao Corsa. Not forgetting the invaluable assistance from the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association. We will continue to keep you updated on all the news and information of the scrap iron industry in Trinidad and Tobago, so stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram pages.
Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Official station that defends the nation.
Well, they call me the party king when I do me thing. And it's make everybody sing. Oh yeah, oh yeah, eh. Oh yeah, oh yeah, eh.
Let me catch my breath on here. Me playing mad in real life, I'm tired. Somebody say yeah, yeah. Georgia, I read energy, right? Only that away from the setup. Hold on. Hold in your stomach. I read Bellino. And just sing. Sing from your heart, ding dong. Just sing. From the age of 10, had my first girlfriend. I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right from the bed. Later then, how much money you spend? It's too so one way again. She marking every cent. You see, I just too much got in time. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I never be again. I want it full. All them get this people. I want it full. Low. All who play the Duke, let me see a trumpet sign.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
If you could top up your car when you want, give me $5 in super. Your phone when you want. Hello? You'll call me back, my credit done in. Why you can't top up your TV when you want? Well, now you can with DirecTV Prepaid. Top up when you want and get the best in entertainment with a 15 or 30-day TV top-up. Don't hurt your head. Get all your favorite TV shows, movies, and more without having to ban your belly. Now you're really looking good with DirecTV Prepaid. Well, what you waiting on? Purchase your kit, install, and activate with WhatsApp or SMS at 3903288.
It's the weekend! And we're liming online. Group video calls on BIP. Binging new series. Gassing up friends on IG. And dancing to the hottest songs on Team Music. Enjoy the rhythms, the vibes, the old talk. And live your best digital life with a one-day Digicel Prime bundle. Get 20 gigabytes of any use LTE data, dedicated app data for music, movies, video calls, and more. Plus 30 anywhere minutes and free digital calls for only $25. Digicel, better together.
Due to the reinstatement of COVID-19 restrictions, our offices will be closed to the public. Customers with scheduled appointments will be facilitated via phone or video conferencing. Visit our online customer service center at www.ttmf-mortgages.com to make payments and request for an appointment, letters,